For the last few years, I have been traveling around Europe with this car, for which I had created a system that allowed me to fit a bed for 2 people inside. This system was getting too small for us, so I sold the car and I bought a small van. I decided to buy the NV200 from Nissan since its dimensions would allow me to use it both as a camper and as an everyday life vehicle. Inside, I could put drawers, a battery system, an interior table, cabinets, clean and grey water tanks, a sink that can be converted into an outdoor shower, a chemical toilet, and a sofa that can be converted into a double bed. All this while preserving the capacity to carry from 2 to 5 people. If you want to know how I did all this, join me in this series of episodes where I will detail the entire process. As you can see, my mattresses are composed of 2 layers, the first one being the high-density foam and the second one memory foam. This has an explanation. In this camper, an essential part of the build is to maintain the 5 seats of the van, so the bed has to be high enough to be able to extend over the folded rear seats. This makes the height of the bed and sofa higher than in other camperizations. If the mattress to be placed on top was too thick, it would cause you to touch the roof of the van with your head when sitting down. This made me plan these mattresses in such a way that they were as thin as possible without sacrificing good comfort. So, of all the possible densities of foams, I chose the highest to make the mattress as thin as possible. Specifically, they were 4 cm thick with a density of 35 kg per cubic meter. In order to counteract the hardness of the material and provide a better rest, I glued on top of it with foam spray glue 4 cm more of memory foam. The result is an 8 cm mattress. That's enough to sit without touching the roof of the van with my 1.80 meter height, and at the same time be comfortable to sleep on. The next logical step would have been to make some covers for the mattresses first, but we couldn't resist the temptation to finally take a little trip with the van without having finished them. After all, we have been working on it for a long time and we still hadn't enjoyed all the hard work, so we went to the beach for a weekend to sunbathe and kayak with the mattresses as they were. We just took the precaution of placing a cover on top so they wouldn't get dirty. With renewed energies after a lot of kayaking and seeing that the high density and viscoelastic mixture had been a great success, we finally set out to make the mattresses covers. We bought enough sofa fabric at the local store to make all 4 mattresses. We chose this grey color that is similar to the walls of the van. We measure and cut a total of 4 pieces, since each mattress will be composed of a single piece of fabric. In addition, we will make the covers without zippers. Under the watchful eye of the professional seamstress who is my mother, we first sewed the edges of the fabric, just like we did with the curtains for the window covers, to avoid unravel. Having ensured that the fabric would not unravel when handled, we presented the mattress and the fabric together. As you can see, the mattresses will be sewn with only 2 side seams. So that it enters correctly and keeps its shape well, we will also sew the corners at the 8 cm thickness of the mattress. First, we sewed the 2 side seams from the inside of the fabric, so that the seam is then hidden inside. Here you can see a finished cover, with its corners sewn from the inside, just like the side seams. Doing this way, the cover maintains the shape of the mattress. The cover opens here, without any type of zipper. The covers can be removed and washed at any time, since getting the mattress inside and outside is a relatively simple process, especially if it's done between 2 people. Here you can see how the mattress is inserted into its cover. These are the 4 mattresses that make up the total of the double bed. Normally, I have them all stacked on the sofa as you have seen before, and this is how I assemble them to create a double bed. It's important to mention that, although here you can see me assembling everything from the outside of the van, because it's more comfortable this way, in reality all this can be assembled without leaving the van, which is ideal in rainy days or in places where you want to go unnoticed.